Sunlight bathes the cozy kitchen, a beacon of morning warmth. Mom meticulously packs a lunchbox, a gesture of love. Dad carefully prepares tea, steam rising like gentle whispers. In contrast, Micah sluggishly drags his heavy backpack. The weight of the day already burdens Micah. Mom watches Micah, concern etching lines on her face as she observes her child's obvious exhaustion. Micah, sweetheart, why do you look like you just climbed out of a lion's den? Mom asks softly, her eyes full of worry. Micah's weary gaze meets Mom's. The weight of the morning seems to press down. Because I did, it's called mourning, Micah replies, a hint of dark humor coloring his voice. Inside the cozy kitchen, Dad chuckles warmly, his eyes full of affection. With a gentle gesture, he beckons his child closer to the kitchen table. Come here, lion cub, Dad says, his voice laced with anticipation. We want to show you something quick before you escape to school. Inside their home, Dad gestures thoughtfully, his expression contemplative as he scans the familiar space. Our home needs something called rhythms. Micah, with curiosity sparkling in his eyes, tilts his head, pondering his father's words. Innocence meets inquiry as Micah asks, "Is that like music?" Mom stands opposite him, her hands clasped, a warm smile radiating maternal affection and unspoken wisdom. Exactly. Every strong family has little songs they do every day, Mom says, her voice filled with gentle conviction. Micah retorts playfully, like brushing my teeth without you reminding me? His smirk deepens with mischief. Inside their cozy home, Dad and Mom share a genuine laugh, their joy a beacon of warmth in the room. The sound of laughter fills every corner, painting a portrait of domestic bliss and shared contentment. Dad's eyes twinkle with mirth as he leans in, a storyteller ready to share a cherished tale. But seriously, God talks about rhythms too. Dad begins, his voice laced with affection, a moment of serene connection as the couple finds joy in each other's company and shared beliefs. Dad continues. He says in Deuteronomy 6-7, his words painting a vivid picture of faith and tradition. Deuteronomy 6-7 says, "Impress them on your children. Talk about them when you sit at home and when you walk along the road, when you lie down and when you get up." She raises her hand slightly, a gesture underscoring the weight and wisdom behind her message. Mom picks up a small notebook, a symbol of daily reflection and spiritual practice. Which means, she says, her voice filled with a gentle yet firm resolve, we make space for God in our daily moments, not just Sundays. Mom concludes, her gaze sincere. Her words linger, a call to infuse every ordinary moment with divine presence and purpose. In a sun-drenched kitchen, Mom sits with a gentle smile, hands clasped, radiating warmth and serenity. Dad stands behind her, a comforting hand on her shoulder, counting on his fingers with a soft, loving gaze. Mom's voice, soft yet firm, fills the room. We want to try 3 simple routines, Dad adds. Before anyone walks out the door, we speak one positive word. In an unknown location, Mom's gentle hand rests on Micah's shoulder, a silent promise of support. Mom's voice, soft yet firm, fills the air. Micah, today you are courageous. Micah looks up, a flicker of surprise in his eyes, absorbing the weight of her words. A hesitant smile plays on Micah's lips, a moment of connection shared between mother and child. Okay, that felt kinda nice, Micah admits, a newfound strength blossoming within. Dad continues to speak, a gentle tone filling the room. 2. Dinner connection. Every evening, we answer one question. Dad pauses, a warm smile playing on his lips. What made you smile today? Micah looks up, a hint of weariness in his eyes. Even if I'm tired? Dad leans in, his presence a comforting anchor in their shared space. Mom's gentle guidance fills the room, especially when you're tired. Her words paint a picture of solace. It helps your heart breathe again. Dad offers a simple, Shared ritual. 3. Night prayer. 1 minute. 1 sentence. Together, he adds, uniting them in a moment of peace. 1 minute? I can survive that, Micah declares, their voice ringing with defiant resolve. Mom's voice softens. Good. We're not trying to be perfect. We're trying to stay connected. Dad kills the harsh overhead light, cloaking the kitchen in shadows. A warm glow spills from a small counter lamp, pushing back the darkness. Dad smiles, the soft light illuminating his anticipation. All right, kids, tonight we are going to do our activity, Dad says. Dad gestures warmly towards a small decorative light, its soft glow a beacon in their home. Mom stands beside him, her smiling gaze filled with love as she looks at Micah. This little light is our reminder, Dad says, his voice gentle and full of meaning. Every time we do one of our family rhythms, our home becomes a little brighter, he adds, emphasizing the importance of their tradition. Mom smiles encouragingly. Micah, you get to turn the light on every morning to remind us to speak blessings. Micah, eyes sparkling with youthful glee, stands in an unknown place, radiating pure excitement. Dad, filled with warmth, affectionately ruffles Micah's hair. Micah, unable to contain his joy, asks, "So I'm the official light captain?" Dad, chuckling softly, elevates Micah's title. Chief Light Officer, promoted before breakfast. Micah's grin widens, his heart soaring with pride and anticipation. The bond between father and son glows brighter than any light. Warm laughter echoes through the kitchen, bathed in the soft glow of the overhead lamp as the family gathers. Mom's gentle invitation fills the air. Let's start now. 1 sentence prayer before we go. United, they speak as one. Lord, help our family grow closer each day in your word, amen. Micah breaks the reverie with a surprised compliment. Okay, that was cool. Dad reflects. That's what happens when God is invited into the rhythm, his light, up in and through you, only for his glory.